Hello and welcome to this week's edition of CTN Community Update. Changes are coming to the way recycling is collected at apartment buildings in the city. This week, the City Council adopted a new ordinance that requires recycling pickups at least once a week. CTN's Jordan Rylance has details.
Really, you can recycle 60 to 80% of your waste.
Stephanie Bierman is a Green Corps member who has continued the work of previous members in increasing the city's recycling efforts. The city of Coon Rapids has 57 apartment complexes. Come September, all of those complexes will be required to provide weekly recycling opportunities for all tenants.
If you have a 6-yard trash, you'll have a 6-yard recycling. They'll both be serviced the same amount of times per week, and they'll be paired together.
The state of Minnesota sets a recycling rate goal of 75%, but some factors play a role in the end result.
I was really surprised to find how small the containers were for recycling at these buildings and how infrequent the pickup was.
Right now, multi-unit apartment complexes make up just 12% of Coon Rapids' overall recycling rate. Now, with this new ordinance in effect, officials are hoping for a significant increase in those rates.
This ordinance will only affect multi-unit complexes. It will not affect residential or commercial properties.
In the end, it gives the residents an opportunity to recycle. That was kind of missing before.
For CTN Community Update, I'm Jordan Rylance.
The new ordinance takes effect on September 1st. City staff have been working with apartment buildings to get them prepared for the change. Starting July 17th, Coon Rapids residents will have another recycling option at their homes. Simple Recycling will begin picking up reusable and non-reusable clothing and reusable shoes and home goods at the curb on your recycling day free of charge. The company is mailing special orange bags to residents along with more details on the program. Upon pickup, Simple Recycling will supply homeowners with additional orange bags. You can also request them on the company's website, simplerecycling.com. A second car dealership is poised to go into the Gateway Commerce Center at Highway 10 and Hanson Boulevard. On Tuesday night, the City Council approved another amendment to the planned unit development, which at one time included plans for a hotel, bank, office space, and fine dining. But with changing market conditions and unstable soils, that won't happen. So instead, Honda is proposing to construct an auto dealership on 10 acres of land just west of the McDonald's restaurant. A little over a year ago, the planned unit development was revised for a car dealership Walser is proposing toward the cul-de-sac on the west end of the property.
We've tried for 10 years to get the hotel on the site with no luck. Considering the fact that retail is contracting, new retail is non-existent, new sit-down restaurants are being replaced by fast casual dining, and we have 4 of those already in the development. And the lack of interest from hotel developers given the suitability of soils and current market conditions.
Both Walser and Honda still need to submit formal plans to the city before construction can begin. The new Honda dealership would add about 150 jobs and $17 million to the local tax base. Construction will soon begin on the newest park in Coon Rapids. On Tuesday night, the City Council awarded the contract for Boulevard Park to Custom Builders Incorporated in the amount of $718,000. That amount does not include the playground equipment and splash pad previously purchased. In addition to playground equipment and a 60-foot diameter splash pad, improvements at Boulevard Park include walking trails and seating areas. Construction is expected to begin in mid-July and continue into the fall. Also Tuesday night, the council awarded the contract for new street lighting in 2 areas of the city. Protech Lighting Solutions was the low bidder with a price of $340,000. Main Street in the Riverdale area is one spot that will see the new LED lighting. The current lantern-style high-pressure sodium fixtures are failing and don't put out enough light. The other spot that will get the new LED streetlights is Coon Rapids Boulevard between Flintwood Street and Highway 47. The work will take place this fall. Well, another 4th of July celebration in Coon Rapids is in the history books. Thousands of people converged on the Coon Rapids Ice Center and surrounding area for the 3-day celebration.
3, 2, 1.
It got underway Sunday morning with the Firecracker 5K, 10K, and this race for kids called the Sparkler Dash, which was a new event this year. Looks like the kids had a lot of fun burning off a little energy. The fun continued with a parade on Monday night. More than 50 units took part in this year's parade, which made its way through the neighborhood just east of Mississippi Boulevard and south of the Coon Rapids Ice Center. If you missed it, look for it here on CTN. You can also find it on our YouTube channel. Of course, the main attraction didn't disappoint. Fireworks lit up the night sky for everyone to see on the 4th, and it was another great show. Mother Nature had a show of her own, as you could see lightning in the distance of the fireworks. Fortunately, she waited until about an hour after the fireworks ended before unleashing wind, rain, and small hail on Coon Rapids. The Springbrook Nature Center is about to unveil a couple of new improvements at its home in Fridley. The Nature Center recently completed work on a community amphitheater that will seat around 150 guests. It will be used for nature education programs and special events. Also, there's a kid nature-based play area still in development. At the center is a water pump to give kids a chance to play with water.
So there's a water pump that will go into kind of a sand and water table, so kids will be able to kind of splash and get wet. That water then will go through kind of a little stream, if you will. It's made of concrete, but just opportunities to kind of splash, and then it ends up in a sand area, so kids can build and play with sand.
Springbrook will host a grand opening for the new play area and the amphitheater on Saturday, July 29th from 1 to 4 p.m. In addition to a brief ceremony, ice cream will be served. We hear a lot about sibling rivalry, but kids from one local family are working together to grow a disc league that they started in the backyard of their home last summer. Last Friday night, I had a chance to take in one of their games at Boulevard Park. Take a look.
It's great. It's really fun. It's really tiring.
At the age of 19, Jeff Novak never imagined he and his siblings would be organizing a new sports league in Coon Rapids.
We started playing last year, and then we decided to make it more formal and organize this year. And we started, our first game was about 2 weeks ago.
Really, last year all it was just a couple of guys and girls just throwing around a disc in a backyard, and this year we decided to make it a little more official, get some more people involved, see how big we can get.
The Backyard Disc League currently consists of 2 teams. They play 3-on-3 games for 45 minutes.
It's pretty much like flickaball with a frisbee. When you have the frisbee, you can't move, and then you try and get it to your teammates to, get to the end and get a point.
Somebody get open, come on!
It's really fun. It's like, cause it's a bunch of different skill levels, it's pretty even because I haven't done a sport in a while, so I'm not the greatest, so it's kind of nice to play with some other people who are, I'd say, about as good as me.
Those who currently play hope others in the community will join in on the fun as they work to take the league to the next level.
We're excited how much it's grown. We've picked up sponsors. We have Integra Dental sponsoring us, and Dick's Sporting Goods gave us some money for equipment and gear. And so we're just really excited that it's grown and people are recognizing it, and we just hope that it continues to grow.
You don't need any experience to play, and they're looking for people of all ages. For more information, check out their Backyard Disc League Facebook page. They also recently added an Instagram account. The newest team in the U.S. Premier Hockey League will be calling Coon Rapids home. The Minnesota Blue Hawks will be playing at the Coon Rapids Ice Center following action by the City Council this week. The team, which is owned by several people, including Wild head coach Bruce Boudreau, will rent ice time for the games. The league is open to hockey players between the ages of 16 and 20. Those interested in playing for the Blue Hawks can register for a 2-day minicamp, which is taking place July 29th and 30th. The Farmers Market is returning to the Coon Rapids Ice Center for another season. It opens July 12th and is open Wednesdays from 3 to 6 p.m. into the fall. Farmers will be selling a wide variety of products, including tomatoes, sweet corn, herbs, kale, squash, potatoes, pumpkins, and more. All of the produce is locally grown, and farmers are members of the Anoka County Growers Association. There's also several special event days, including a Health and Wellness Day, Kids Day, and Senior Day. So get out there early if you're going to be there the first day. There is usually a line when it opens at 3. That's going to do it for us today. Thanks for watching. See you again next week.